Hi, I'm Paris, and a couple weeks ago I did a review of the new Cosmic Crisp apple. At least what I thought was Cosmic Crisp. I was visiting Seattle from Austin, and at a farmer's market I bought what were labeled as Cosmic Crisp apples. Didn't particularly care for them. Then got back to Texas and found as we've gotten Cosmic Crisp into our supermarkets, they don't look the same. So I think they may have put one over on me before, so I'm back to amend my review. I have eaten one of these since. Tasted a lot different from what I thought was the Cosmic Crisp apple. These are actually pretty darn good. So I've taken my other video down and I'll repeat here what I did in that video. I'm going to compare the Cosmic Crisp, got a couple of them here, expensive still, comparing them to the Envy apple. Now these are my favorites because I like a very crispy apple and I like it as sweet as it can get. And Envy has been at the top of the line for both those categories for me for probably the past 2 years. Prior to that, I was a Honey Crisp person, but now I love my Envy apples. I was really hoping while I was in Washington State that I could do a great positive review of the latest developed and grown in Washington State apple rather than having my favorite apple be the Envy, which was actually developed in New Zealand. So that chance has returned. Here is an actual, honest-to-goodness Cosmic Crisp apple. You can see the yellow dots on it that kind of look like stars in the cosmos. And the official sticker that says this is Cosmic Crisp. I've actually found them in our local H-E-B supermarket and our local Whole Foods, and I bought them both places. These are the real thing. And in this corner we have the Envy apple, which they're also grown in Washington State under license. These pack a whole lot of sweetness in their not so quite yellow speckled fruit. I'll start here with a bite of my well-known Envy apple. Good and crunchy. As soon as you get the piece of fruit in your mouth, the sweetness just fills your mouth. So I love these apples. Now for a bite of Cosmic Crisp. Not quite as crispy. Equally sweet with a little bit of sour undercurrent that really adds a complexity to the taste. This real Cosmic Crisp has a lot more going for it than those apples that I thought were Cosmic Crisp a couple weeks ago. I've always liked the sweeter apples, like the Honey Crisp and the Envy. But the additional taste that comes from this, in addition to being pretty sweet, maybe not quite as sweet as the Envy, but that sour undercurrent, such an interesting, unique, really nice flavor. The larger apple here is the Cosmic Crisp. There's a look at the fruit inside, and this is the Envy. After a few more bites of both the Envy and the Cosmic Crisp, I would line them up right about here. Just about equal, different, but great in different ways. The only thing differentiating them right now is the price. Cosmic Crisp is almost $4 a pound. Envy apples, usually about $2 a pound. Found it on sale today. Maybe because the Cosmic Crisp was right next to it, on sale for $1 a pound. So long as the Cosmic Crisp comes down to a more reasonable price, about $2 a pound, I think I'd be spending my money equally on both of these varieties. But right now, at the moment, when I was just at the store, $4 a pound, $1 a pound. I'm going to be buying more Envy until these get a little bit more affordable. I assume once they're in more stores and there's more production, the price will come down. I'm hoping they're not going to sell it as a gourmet apple and keep the price up at $4 a pound. So amending my previous review, which ranked them sort of like this, I would now rank them pretty much like this, except for the difference in price. One last thing I wanted to test out, because someone had mentioned this in a comment on my previous review. I'd read that these are very hardy apples. The Cosmic Crisp can last up to a year in refrigerated storage and still taste just like they're right off the tree. Well, I don't have a year to wait to test that. But someone told me that it also applies to them turning brown once you have cut or bit into them. So I don't want to let these apples go to waste. Maybe I'll eat some more on this side. But on this side, I'm going to leave them both and come back in half hour and see if the Envy's already started to turn brown, whether the Cosmic Crisp is staying this cosmically white color. All right, it's a half hour later. You don't see too much discoloration going on the flat sides, but on the sides that I bit on, you actually see some brown starting to appear on both. So I think that discredits the idea that the Cosmic Crisp won't brown once it's been cut open, at least not any faster or slower than your average Envy apple. And while both of these are still edible, I'm going to go and enjoy them, and I recommend you do the same. If you see a Cosmic Crisp in the store, even if it's expensive, go ahead and try one out. And if you like it, make a mental note that when the price gets down to something more reasonable, buy yourself a bunch. See you on the next review.